we are about to take the cover off this master plan that he's been doing. The first thing Joe has done in office was to take out American oil production, which he has successfully done. He's also canceled the Keystone Pipeline. We all know this because we're suffering from high gas prices. Because of good old Putin, I am leaving the breadcrumbs for everybody to follow. Now remember, we're doing the breadcrumbs. Joe Biden takes out American oil production, starts buying oil from Putin, the one guy that Joe Biden has said Trump is involved with, which is very funny on a side note. But he starts buying oil from Putin. Our gas prices go up dramatically. Then the good old Ukraine war happens. Now remember, he took out American oil production. Then he buys oil from Russia. And then the war on Ukraine. Why now? Why after Trump? Once Joe gets in, Russia attacks Ukraine. Well, I'm going to give you a little side information about what's really going on in Ukraine. It's a mixed bag over there. There's a lot of people and some leadership. It's possible that he's okay, but we never know. We don't really know. But there is good people over there that have been fighting for their freedom, again, pretty much away from Russia. If anybody's cared to actually dig into Ukraine, they've been controlled by Russia for a very long time, ever since the USSR. But they've been trying to get away from Russia, but it literally is just impossible to get away from Russia. They've had many Russia presidents in there. They still have people that support Russia, that still want Ukraine to be part of Russia. They're rebels, yada yada yada. So there's a mixed bag going on in Ukraine, and it has been for a long time. So a lot of people can debate that. But here's the deal. The master plan of Joe Biden. He takes out American oil, starts buying oil from Russia. Now we are paying Putin. The American people, out of our pockets, are paying towards Putin. So now he gets billions of dollars of money from America, from our pockets, to attack Ukraine because war is expensive. So he has the funds to lose a lot. Like, if you're going to war, if you want to take over Ukraine and you need someone to buy more oil, well, where would you go? Who would be your partner in this crime? Good old Joe. So follow the breadcrumbs now. Joe takes out American oil production, buys oil from Ukraine. Ukraine. Oh, God. Putin. Putin attacks Ukraine, and because of all of a sudden, which is, I find, like I said, mixed bag, which all of a sudden Ukraine wants to join NATO after Trump leaves. Somehow it just seems too coincidental to kick off a war. So all the breadcrumbs lead to China. Now what's in China? Well, a lot's going on with China. Joe Biden, as we know, has many dealings with China, especially in energy. Now remember the breadcrumbs, people. Follow the breadcrumbs. Joe Biden gets into office, takes out American oil production very quickly. He buys oil from Putin. Our prices go up. Now we're paying for the war that's been started after Trump left. Weirdly enough, the war happens after Joe Biden takes out American oil production. Now we fund the war. I'm still getting to this whole business deal that they made. Now, China has energy. Joe Biden has dealings with China for energy equipment and all types of other stuff, obviously, but energy equipment, solar panels, windmills, you name it. So just remember that. Just a quick reminder of some pictures I have for you guys of Joe Biden's and Hunter Biden's, obviously, energy dealings. besides the dealings they have in Ukraine, I said Ukraine's a very mixed bag. There's a lot of innocent people there, but there's a lot of corrupt government. I believe half of Ukraine wants to get out, the other half is corrupted. It's just a mixed bag. But just remember the breadcrumbs. And I think I have another picture here of Joe Biden's dealings. Here's another piece right here. Biden to usher in cheap Chinese panels with solar power shakeup. So remember the breadcrumbs, people. So we can start. We're going to keep going back to Joe Biden takes out American oil. Check. Joe Biden buys oil from Russia. Check. Russia attacks Ukraine, and very rarely in order. Check. Biden has deals, energy deals or whatever, in China. But the big key part is the energy part. Besides any other crap that he's doing, it's the energy part. Okay, so now you're putting everything together. Let's start getting towards the last piece of this. The Green New Deal. Yep, that's where it ends. The whole breadcrumb path ends at the Green New Deal, and God knows what's in it. But what we all know is that it's got investments, especially Democrats and Joe Biden's investments in this Green New Deal. That's why they've been pushing it so hard. But they all got turned down. It's so funny that no one sees this stuff. So it got turned down many times. And they've been pushing it a lot, and it got turned down a lot. And, this whole we care about you fake stuff. But to them, they see that, most likely, in my opinion, they see whatever energy being the future. So they want to invest in it. And they want to kick it off as soon as possible, because whoever gets ahead of the game makes the most money. So I'm sure that all the new energy that's being powered, now listen to me. Why would they do all this? Because electric cars, China's got the only working fusion reactor for 15 seconds that can power hotter than the sun. So energy, besides land, is is a very dominating force. So if the Democrats have all the energy, they control pretty much everything, and which leads to their pushed socialist utopia that they've been pushing, where illegals come in, the white and black population goes down from abortion, so they got their new slaves, and they hold all the power. They're pushing for complete control over the United States, and pretty much get cheap labor in here, and pretty much it's almost like they're turning it into China itself, like a second China, like a democratic China. That's pretty much what they're trying to do. So I'm hoping that I don't have to repeat myself through this last part of it, and I hope you get the picture of what's going on. And you'll see their administration look like they're trying to fight against Russia. That's what they want you to think. Joe Biden's oil gambling set to backfire as Saudi Arabia sticks with Russia. Saudi Arabia has been an ally in the oil business with Russia for a while. So his whole fake going over there saying, I'm trying for the American people, and it's like he acts like people don't know information. Like we still read from like a magazine or a newsletter, like get the paper, 20 cents. And that's just not true. There's just more access to information out there than ever. So this is his sad attempt, just like his Putin price hike, and blames Putin and blames everybody else. It's just a diversion. It's fake, it's fraud, it's phony. It's obviously he's not going to get anything lowered as far as gas prices, because this whole gas price thing works in his favor too. It works in Putin's favor, it works in Joe's favor, because not only does he get his energy, he gets the money. Oh, I almost forgot that part. The crazy part is this: where is he getting the actual money? Well, he's getting it from our money, from our gas, because our gas is higher than, even if we're buying oil from Russia, it's still higher than it should be. So where's that extra money going to? Because Putin's getting his money, so where's this extra money going to? Well, the extra money is going to China for the Green New Deal. That's right, we are paying for the Green New Deal, and we are paying for Putin's war. I hope you don't get too upset. So guys, that's pretty much it. It leads us all back to Joe and the Democrats, because he's just a puppet. But that's it in a handbag, guys. Right in a row, I'm going to say the whole thing at the end. Joe Biden takes out American oil production. Well, wait a minute, let's back it up. Let's start off with the Green New Deal when it was introduced, and it was turned down. Okay, now that's out of the way. Joe Biden comes in and takes out oil production. Buys oil from Putin. Putin goes to war with Ukraine. We fund Putin's war, and we're funding Joe Biden's energy deals with China. That's what he has investments in. And that equipment's going to be shipped over to the U.S. and start replacing what they're pushing for, gas. So that's the whole thing, guys. It's, one more time, it's just crazy. I think you know. I don't think I have to go through it again. But yes, we are paying for Putin's war, and we are paying for Joe Biden's energy. Well, we're buying we're investing. We're investing. We're giving the money to the Green New Deal, and which means that's basically Joe Biden's and the Democrats' investment energy dealings. So we're paying for them we're actually paying for them to control energy in the United States. But at the same time, we're also paying for China to basically take over the United States very slowly. Oh man, it's so bad. It's just so bad. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I hope I try to put this video together as best as I could. I don't really usually get on here and say, but stuff like this you kind of have to. I'm gonna have another video on COVID, and it might surprise you a little bit. Maybe it won't, but I'll have another video for you. Later.